In this video, we're going to take a look at percentages and budgets. Our standard we're studying is TEKS 7.13b. Our learning objective is to identify the components of a personal budget, including income, planned savings for college, retirement, and emergencies, taxes, and fixed and variable expenses, and calculate what percentage each category comprises of the total budget. In the last video, we looked at what a budget was and the parts or the two types of expenses that we would encounter in a budget. I'll quickly go over those before we go on to the next part. A budget's a plan to help you reach financial goals, and the goal is to spend no more than you earn and save if you are able to. There are income, which is the amount of money a person earns in a budget, and expenses, which are parts of a budget where money is being spent. Savings, taxes, fixed and variable expenses are types of expenses. We went over the types of expenses. There are fixed expenses that occur regularly and do not change from month to month, like house payments, car payments. There are some other types of expenses in there, like you see on the chart, monthly guitar lessons, which may be fixed because the amount does not change. And then there are variable expenses. These are things that you have some control over how much you spend, like clothing, savings, entertainment, and groceries. We're going to continue on and show how to calculate percentages. Now, in a budget, each item will have a part of the budget and will be calculated as a percent, and then the percents will total up to the total of the budget, and the percents will always total up to be 100 or very, very, very close to 100. Occasionally we're a little bit off, but it'll be like 99.7%. So there are a few things we need to know. We have to know the total of the budget. So, and you see on the Gildan family monthly budget there, we see their mortgage, their food, their utilities, their transportation, and their savings. And we see the total of that totals up to $4,080. Okay, then we have to know how much their net monthly income is. So in this case, sometimes it's the amount of the budget that you added up, and sometimes it's stated and it's a slightly different amount. So we want to know what part each budget, what the percentage is of each part of the budget. So the first item that you see there is their mortgage. So we take the mortgage amount, the part, and we write it out of the whole budget. So we would write that like $2,400 over $6,000 because it's $2,400 out of their $6,000 income or budget. When we divide that, we get 4/10, which translates into 40%. Their food is $600 out of the $6,000. That divided turns up to be 1/10, which is 10%. Their utilities and transportation are each $300. So we write that as 300 out of 6,000, which when you divide it out gets you 5/100, which is 5%. And then their savings is $480 out of the $6,000. And when we divide that, you get 8/100, which is 8%. And again, we found out that their total expenses that they spend is $4,080. When you subtract that $4,080 from their $6,000 budget, you get $1,920. So that percentage of their income is surplus. If you write that as a fraction, as you see down in the very, very bottom, it's 1,920 divided by 6,000, which gives you 32%. So 32% of their budget is extra money that's not included. Here's a couple more examples. So we have budget A on the left and budget B on the right. We're going to start with budget A. We started by totaling up all the expenses in the categories listed there that you see, and I got a total of $3,373. So let's say I wanted to see what part of that budget food was. I'm sorry, housing. I pointed at the wrong thing. So housing is $1,350, as you see listed there. And we divide that by 3,373. That gives us a decimal of 40 hundredths, which means 40%. If I were to divide taxes on there, now I didn't show the work on there, but if you take taxes, which is $665, divided by 3,373, I would get 197 thousandths, which as a percent is 19.7%. On budget B, over on the right, we did the same thing. We totaled up the budgets, everything listed there, and got $3,708. And we took food and divided it. So $597 divided by 3,708. That gives us 161 thousandths, which really means 16.1%. So their food is about 16% of their budget. Transportation, I didn't show the work on there, but it's 634 divided by 3,708, which gave me a percent of about 17%. I could go on and do this for each of the categories there and get the totals, and those would all total up to be 100% on each of budget A and budget B. Thank you.